Hi, this is Marc with Raw Nutrition. Today we'll be comparing the Omega VRT400 HD Juicer and the Hurom Premium Juicer. Take a look first at a few differences between the two models. There are many similarities, but we'll cover the differences here. The VRT400 includes an extra strainer that you can put on the juice collecting bowl to remove extra pulp. The Hurom does not have that. They both have very similar juice collecting bowls and pulp collecting bowls. Pushers are a little different, a little smaller for the Hurom. And when you look at the lids, we'll look at this closely, the opening is larger with the Omega VRT400. The Hurom HH has these little tabs at the top. If you look at the bottom, the opening is the same. But for some reason, for the Hurom HH Premium, they added these tabs, making the space a little bit smaller. The augers are the same with both juicers. As are the juicing screens. The cleaning brushes are a little different because I'll just put them down here. The cleaning brushes are different because the Hurom bowl is shaped almost straight down, whereas the Omega juicing bowl sort of curves in, so you can see the difference there. The wipers go out further. This bowl actually would hold more juice, useful when closing the cap and making juice mixes inside. Both bowls just sit on top of the juicers in these notches that you line up. There's nothing to lock in place. You just put them straight down and they sit there. I haven't tried this yet to see if they fit on each other. Well, not quite. Not at all. So you can't inverse the bowls between these two models. That is different. So we'll reassemble these. Okay. Screens. And augers. And finally, both juicers have a juice cap. So for our demonstration today, we'll be juicing without any strainers so we can compare the results. We've prepared 2 pounds of carrots on each side. We'll be juicing with both models. Before I start, I'll show you the rear end here. Got a large button for forward and reverse. The Hurom has a handle to carry it around. The Omega doesn't have a handle on the back and a smaller forward reverse button. Perfect, so we're all set. We will get our juicers going and we will start juicing. Again, these are slow, upright, masticating juicers. Always important not to overfeed. If you overfeed, they'll simply block and then you'll have to stop and reverse. So with the Hurom, we probably need to cut things a little smaller just to make sure that it fits through those 2 tabs that are at the top. The Omega gives you the advantage of a little larger feed chute. You can see the results are very similar. The pulp coming out each one. Oh, looks like an overfed over here. Just simply reverse. And then forward again. And we keep going. You just slightly put a little too much, that's not a problem. It's when you really overfeed, sometimes we'll take a few forward reverses to get that going again. I realize one point I didn't mention too is with the Hurom HH, you do have the pulp lever. You don't have a pulp adjustment lever on the Omega 400. The pulp lever permits you to close this if you want to use the juicer for blending smoothies, which you wouldn't be able to do with the Omega because you can't close that pulp outlet. Some of the ingredients will let them out through that outlet. There you have it. In this demonstration, we're seeing the pulp seems to be coming out more compact with the Hurom HH, whereas the Omega, as we've seen in previous demonstrations, seems to bring it out a little more fluffy because we did have the same identical quantity of carrots, 2 pounds on each side. At first glance, I'm seeing some extra juice over on the Hurom side. It seemed to have done a little better, but let's filter it. And see our yield once filtered. As I have mentioned in other videos, these upright juicers do leave pulp in the juice. So if you don't like pulp, it's always best to pass it through a strainer. So in this demonstration, we definitely see more pulp coming out of the Hurom. We had the pulp outlet open all the way, but it still put more pulp in the juice than the Omega VRT did. I'll squeeze these a bit, see if I can get some extra juice. Pretty much the juice out of that one. And the Omega 400. So definitely more pulp from the Hurom, less pulp over on the Omega, less pulp in the juice. Yet beside the pulp, the Hurom definitely produced more juice. So 400 milliliters, which is what we've been seeing this juicer producing in comparison with the other juicers. The Hurom is definitely, our line goes from 400 to 600, so I would say about 500, maybe 480 or 490 milliliters. So a little bit more juice. Definitely you'll have to filter a bit more pulp out of that juicer. Again, this is Mark with Raw Nutrition. I hope you enjoyed our comparison video today. Check out our other videos where we compare juicers side by side.